I'm okay. It's really wonderful to be here with you. It's a great privilege to be able to, facilitate a session in support of, as best as I can, of the needs of the community. Considering it's COVID, we're still in it. I'm just changing my view so I can see everyone. So what we're about to do, I will be guiding us through a process. You won't need to be doing any speaking or anything really, except for closing your eyes, going inward, and I'll be narrating, a process. So the way we start is first just becoming aware of what's on the top of your mind, what's present with you. Everyone's come from either dinner or emails or conversations. So before we get into the meditation, it's a good idea. I find it useful to be able to do a brain dump. So the way you could do that is you can go into the chat and just dump your thoughts, whatever's on the top of your mind. And it can be like a parking lot for whatever's there. And you don't have to be revealing. You could use your own code words or numbers or symbols just to dump what's on the top of your mind and create some space for what we're about to do. So I'll give everyone about a minute to do that. Lawrence, can you hear the background music? Is it audible? No. Okay. Put it up a little louder.
It's if on a scale of 0 to 10, music's at a 0.5 or less.
Okay. Don't want it to be overpowering, just to have background. When you hear the music, does it cut out my voice? When I speak with the music?
The music's still very quiet.
That's okay.
Your voice comes out over it, yes.
Okay, perfect. That's great. So everyone's putting their things. I'm seeing some of them. Yep, that's stuff for me too. Okay. So you're welcome to turn your videos off. I'm going to have my eyes closed as I'm about to, set the stage for us to be able to go inward, connect with ourselves. We're going to do some breath exercises or breath awareness and inviting, sharing an intention for what we want to experience in the session. And there'll be some visualization or engaging your thought or any of the faculties. We're putting our focus into those places, and it sort of tricks our mind to becoming, giving it something to do, while we can go a little bit deeper into ourselves and become aware of what's happening in our bodies. I won't be asking anyone any questions about what's happening in your bodies, just be tuning into the group and narrating a letting go process. And it'll include some body scanning, visualizations using light, nature, all sorts of things. So rather than trying to create an emptiness, I'm going to be bombarding you with things to focus on. So again, to trick your mind into just into self-awareness. How does that sound? Yeah, great, thumbs up, awesome. So feel free to turn off your videos if you are more comfortable with that. All right, so let's get started. So if you feel if like you want to, you're comfortable with this, feel free to close your eyes and become aware of your breath. Allowing yourself to really feel your diaphragm expanding with every breath. Not trying to force your breath or be the perfect breather. And just taking a breath in and releasing the breath out from your whole body. But every time you exhale, you're letting go of your day a little bit more. And start to deepen your exhalation or elongate it. With every breath, intend you're taking in clean air into your lungs. And you can even tell your body or ask your body to let go of anything it doesn't need from today, from yesterday, from the past, wherever it's stored in your cells, that your out breath can release that. And with your next in-breath, continue to intend that you're receiving clean air, oxygen from the ocean, from the trees. You might even see yourself in your favorite place in nature. Imagine you can receive that oxygen more effectively than you can during your day when you're busy. Breathing it in, imagining that it's distributed into every cell, into all your tissues, wherever that needs to go. And that your body, with your concentration, can let go of carbon dioxide and anything else it doesn't need. Again, with your out breath. Be aware of your feet on the floor, or if you're sitting cross-legged, your bottom on the chair or the floor, feeling supported by the chair, the ground, you're being held. Be aware of your knees. Be aware of any tension in your knees, in your hips, your belly button, your back behind your heart, your throat, the base of your skull, your shoulders, the tip of your nose, and the top of your head. Try to be aware of all of those parts of you, all at the same time. Be aware of what stands out, which of those body parts are just in your awareness right now. And come back to the top of your head and bring yourself into a place in nature that you feel safe or comforted. And allow yourself to be aware of the air, the clean air. If there's water around, the sound of the water flowing or the waves lapping on the shore. If you're on a mountain, how high up you are. If it's in a forest, the trees, the aliveness of nature, and the sun in the sky. And seeing the sun and the rays of light emanating, and imagine that each person here can receive a ray of light from the sun. And the sun has a purifying and cleansing effect. And you can invite that effect into your body by breathing in that light through that ray, in through the top of your head. And imagine that light can flow over your brain, quieting any neural activity that's not required right now. Any anxieties, worries, planning. Don't force it. Just notice what's happening. Use your thinking or visualization. Just intend that that light can actually come in through the top of your head and send it down through your body, flowing down from your head into your face, into your sinuses, and through your ears, and down your throat, and has a soothing effect. If your throat's been feeling dry and scratchy, then that light is like a lozenge or balm, and let that light flow over your shoulders as well as through the inside of your body, into your lungs, into your nervous system, into your circulatory system, into your bones, into the marrow. Let it flow into your joints, softening your joints. Let it flow down your abdomen, your hips, down your arms to your fingertips, and down your legs. Imagine yourself becoming filled with that light, that it starts to emanate out of your pores. And what it can do is it can push out anything in your immediate environment that feels negative or bothersome. And it's like that light is coming out through you and starting to spread into your environment, into your room, bringing light to everywhere around you, into your space. And bring aware of the top of your head again and breathe down. Breathe that light down into the top of your head. Allow more light to flow right through you, down your arms, down your legs, down your spinal column, vertebral column, the spaces between those bones. Soothing, relaxing, cleansing, and sending that light down out of the base of your spine and out of your feet. And imagine it can flow into the earth beneath you, sending that light down all the way to the core of the earth, the fiery center of this planet. Bring your awareness all the way down into the earth. And even if you can't visualize it, just think it. Think that idea. And when you're ready, start to breathe up from the center of the earth, imagining you can breathe up that light from the center, up through the many layers of the earth, and up into your feet, and all the way up your legs, and sending that light with your breath upward and out, exhaling it out from the top of your head, all the way back up to the sun. Be aware of the sun above and the core of the earth below. And using your attention and intention and your breath, breathe in from above and below. Imagining those rays of light can flow in through the top of your head and up through your feet. And those two rays flow up and down and meet in the center of your chest. Bring your awareness into the center of your chest and become aware of your desire for well-being and health and fulfillment and comfort, beautiful connections with others, fulfillment in your work in all areas of life, all the relationships you have, your desire, the things that bring you joy. Become aware of something, anything, memory, a person, an animal that helps you feel happy or joyful or at peace. Bring that memory into the center of your chest and imagine that that memory can give you the breath of life, that you could breathe in from that, receive from that into the center of your chest. And through that relationship with that memory or that person or whatever it is that brings you that joy or helps you access it, every time you breathe in from that, that you receive it in your body and it starts to flow from the center of your chest upward and downward to start to fill up all parts of your body. And all you need to do is just breathe. Slowly and deeply, receiving from that memory that you're able to access that feeling of peace or joy or tranquility or calm, laughter. And be aware of everything that you're connected to, whether it's your culture, tradition, family, friends, the things that are nourishing for you, any of your spiritual beliefs or your religious beliefs. any beliefs in a divine being or connection to nature, whatever gives you strength and support, wherever your faith is. Invite that in. Breathe it in so that it's present here with us right now, supporting you, supporting each of us to let go of what we no longer need, anything that creates a burden, anything that weighs on each of us, that prevents us from remaining centered and connected to what we value, what matters, what gives us peace, what we're able to do, what we're in control of, and also aware of what we aren't in control of and what we don't need to do, what might be for others to do, others' responsibility. Call in all those connections that are nourishing, invite them in, and become aware of another source of light that's above your head. Whatever form it takes, could be another sun, could be an orb, it could be a shower head. And imagine that a purpley white light is starting to flow down. And the function of this light is that it's powerful and it's a cleanser, a purifier, and it has intelligence. It knows where to go in your body, where there's tension, discomfort, repressed emotion, and it knows how to dissolve it. So imagine you can breathe it in, and all you need to do is just think about something you're grateful for, someone that you're grateful for, and allow that light to flow in through the top of your head and down through your body, and all the way down your fingertips and toes, and again letting it flow out of the palms of your hands and the feet. So every time you breathe in, you can intend that your breath pulls in more of that light, the light that will dissolve what you don't need. And become aware of your throat area. Sometimes you can hold a lot of criticism about ourselves, that we're not doing enough, we're not good enough. And there are many reasons why that happens. It happens when we're not feeling safe in our environment, or angry that we're not feeling safe in our environment, or supported, or accepted, or approved of, or validated. And sometimes we can internalize some of the criticism we hear from others and make that our story, our narrative. So you're invited right now to use that light to dissolve all that criticism that sits in the throat, that comes out in the way we talk about ourselves, in the way we think about ourselves, that is not ideal and isn't helpful here. And exhale, as if you can cough it out or breathe it out. Exhale out of your throat. And while we're in our throat area and the upper body, become aware of your shoulders, your shoulder blades, the whole area between your neck and your shoulders and your upper back. And every single time you encountered a patient or a situation where you felt like you could have done more, or you would have liked to do more, but you didn't have the resources or the time or the support to be able to do that. And you wore that burden and you continue to wear that burden. So breathe in that light into that area and imagine the light can go into every cell, every muscle, and relax them, and breathe out that burden, that responsibility, that some things we're not responsible for, that every single person is resourceful, everyone here is resourceful. And sometimes we can become very narrow in our thinking that because people have problems, that they only have problems, that we don't see their resourcefulness, their strength, and what else might be going on in their lives that are not the problems. So breathe out. Imagine you can let go of any of that concrete thinking stuck in the throat that would lead any of us to believe that it's on us to fix things, that we might be the savior or the fixer, when it requires a community, and that there are other things present in anyone's life that is also supportive in ways that we can't even imagine. And breathe out from the whole neck, shoulders, upper back, and chest. Let that go. And be aware of your whole abdominal area. We carry tension there. Sometimes we can feel like we're powerless, helpless. Again, you might be thinking about all the times we haven't been able to support and forgetting all the times where we have. So this moment is an opportunity to acknowledge all the ways in which each of us are effective and helpful, and let go of any connections, any thoughts, ideas, or labels that any of us would carry, that we're not good enough, smart enough, capable enough, wise enough. It's just unhelpful to carry it. Let it go. Breathe out of your whole abdominal area. And as you breathe out, imagine that when you breathe in, that purpley white light is coming in from the top of your head and down your body and filling up that space, all the spaces that have been created through consciously becoming aware and letting go of the things that we carry that we don't need to carry anymore. Remembering where each of us have control, what our roles and responsibilities are, and what's outside of it, considering who else can do it, but just knowing what you're doing is enough. Even if none of us believe that, it's a bridge to being able to see the effectiveness of any of the things that we do. And become aware of your pelvic area, your lower back. And again, any of the thoughts and beliefs, narratives that keep us sitting in fear that things are getting worse, that we're unsupported, we don't have enough, I need more than a plan B, worst case scenario thinking or catastrophizing because of any past experiences that have not been fully processed. This is an opportunity to just become aware of what's sitting in the base of your spine, creating a sense of insecurity, worry, and doubt about the self, about the connections you have with others, your ability to pivot and access resources that support you. Any guilt or shame because you have resources that support you that others may not have, that resources are different for them. So breathe in that light down your body and send the breath down into the base of your spine, and breathe out. Breathe out any debris in there that prevents you from feeling stable, as well as any times you experienced unhappy surprises or shock. Just anything that's sitting in there, you can breathe it out, sending that breath out from the base and into the earth, that the earth can receive it and absorb it without damage. And breathe in that light again from above. Breathing in through the top of your head, letting it flow down your throat and your shoulders, and becoming aware of the emotional debris that we might take on, or material we take on from patients or colleagues whenever they share problems, and that we can sometimes own it. So telling your body that whatever isn't yours, that it can let it go, and no harm will come to that other person, because it was never your responsibility in the first place. The baggage that any of us take on and that we continue to hold because of any guilt or shame. It's not that the guilt or shame is bad. They're all opportunities to help us reflect on the deeper meaning behind those emotions. But the emotional baggage of others are not ours to carry. And all you need to do is give consent to yourself to let it go. Unburden yourself like you're taking off a heavy coat or anything that you've been carrying on your back. Breathe it out. Very good. Okay, so become aware of that purpley white light. Breathe it in, intending that any space that has been created because of what you've let go can now be filled with this light, which carries a promise or an ability to help you access what you value, what your needs are, and your ability to look after those needs, whether it's something you do yourself or having the right resources to support you, the people and the things that nourish you, that you can draw on them, that they're available, that these are signs of strength, being able to access them, asking for help, asking to be heard, and any false narratives that somehow any of us should know better or should be above needing help, or that we should compromise ourselves because someone needs us more or has higher needs than our own. How do we know? Allow yourself to have those needs. Allow yourself to acknowledge that you have those needs to others. And that there's no shame in that. There's strength, there's courage, there's truth. And breathe that light down through your body. Imagine that light can go into every cell, filling up those cells, into the spaces between your tissues, between your organs, that there are no spaces left that is filled with that light, that support for you. It is always available. The support to help you reconnect and stay connected to yourself so that you can manage what's going on in your environment without being disturbed or pulled into dramas of those around you. Be present with all that stuff going on and have the wisdom to respond to it in a way that doesn't task you of your resources, doesn't drain you. Send that light down through your body, down your arms and legs, into your joints, ligaments, tendons. Feel yourself softening. And all those people who might have been connected to you, needing things from you, or expecting things that are beyond your responsibility, that they get this light too, that they're nourished in this way, that there's no gaps from them for them. And send that light down. Let yourself be filled by it. And coming back into your heart, feeling the sensations in your body, becoming aware of the time that you've given yourself to go in, to have a break, to pay attention to yourself and your needs, thanking yourself for giving yourself attention, the nourishment, and any insights that have come that you can take forward beyond this moment to create some change, to adjust, to align more with your values, your principles, your needs. Having gratitude for the wisdom of your own lineages and traditions, your teachers. Life is your teacher. Taking a breath in, gratitude to all your colleagues here, to nature, all the things that nourish you. and let the breath flow through your whole body. Imagine that you're a tree with roots that emanate from your feet into the earth. Imagine yourself stabilized and anchored by the earth. And breathe up from the earth, up your root system. And that you're not a tree standing alone in a forest, that your roots are connected to those in your life who stabilize, anchor, and support you. Knowing those roots feed each other, nourish each other. Breathe up that support, up through your feet, up your legs, and breathe out that support into every cell. And one more breath in from that light above, in through your head, sending it into your whole body. Feeling spacious, calm, grateful for whatever it is that you're grateful for. And slowly coming back into this room, into your room, into the space, and opening your eyes, rolling your shoulders, stretching, moving very slowly. Open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone.
Thank you. Josephine, you can stop recording now.